Yeah, hi, good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yes,
Okay, good evening. Okay, so how many of you give the exam yesterday?
So me,
Okay, because, okay. And how was the exam?
sir, easier than graded assignment. A lot of means lot easy.
Okay, you find easy compared to the graded assignment. Okay. Any other feedback? Anyone else? Okay, so because you are a ES term student, no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so did you find any incorrect questions?
No, sir. No, everything was fine, and the means the issue which we faced in graded assignments means that private test sometime
No,
failed.
I'm asking in the quiz questions.
Quiz,
Yes.
quiz. No, sir. No.
Okay, okay. Okay, so we actually found one question, so where was some ambiguity was there regarding one maximum and minimum thing. Okay, so both term are used in one questions. Question, I think if you remember that R1, R2, this registered related question, and some statement was missing, and we asked to find out the what is the correct statement to fill at step 5 and 7 like this. So in that question, actually, both term used the maximum and minimum uh, of maximum and minimum output. So that question we will re-evaluate and we will just give the marks those who have just considered the minimum condition or maximum condition.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. It yeah, the same, but I considered the minimum one.
Yeah. So that actually minimum is highlighted in the question, but in last line it is
Yeah, the
maximum is
maximum
also
was
mentioned.
asked. So
Yeah.
I considered because the minimum was
Mhm.
first stated, so I just answered the
Yeah.
minimum
Yeah.
only.
Okay. So we will also give the marks those who have considered the maximum.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So that was one question. Okay. Okay, so this is open session for week 5. I hope you have already watched the video lecture of week 5, and maybe you have already solved some assignments question also. So you can ask your doubts in week 5, or I'll also just discuss the our programming questions of the practice programming question of week 5. And what about the timed this timed assignment? Have you joined? Have you attempted?
So week 4 one or there's
No,
a new
I'm
mock.
just asking the weekly. So this timed mock,
Yes,
which we
sir.
are releasing last week 4 days actually.
Yes, sir. I have attended them.
So okay, so how much time you took to complete?
Sir, in four combining for 50 minutes, I think. Yeah.
50 minutes. Okay. Yeah, others. Can you just give the feedback of time for the timed mock?
sir, 1 hour.
1 hour. Okay.
Yes, sir. 60 to 70 minutes.
Okay. Oh, sir, I was not aware of this. Therefore, actually, we have sent 2 times this announcement for this, and we have also discussed many time in the live session. We have also conduct one special live session for that. Uh, Now, if you miss, then that means you have already missed. Then just attempt the all remaining 5. Okay. So before week 10, so out of 6 timed assignment, best 4 will be selected for the score. Okay, so attempt all the remaining 5 and just try to submit the correct answer for all. So the if your score in best 4 time assignment is greater than or equal to 40, then you will be eligible for OPP2 exam.
Sir,
Yes, Amaji.
yeah, for the 4 questions, how's the distribution of mark will be there? Total.
Equal marks in the week. So if 4 questions are there, so for this one first timed mock, that question will be divided into 25, 25, 25, 25. Okay, so 100 marks for the
Okay.
first time mock. Hmm.
Sir,
And for the OPP, it will be
okay,
same, like
sorry.
Sorry?
for the OPP, same pattern will be there. 4 questions only, and
Yes,
the
yes, correct. So because of that, we are following the same pattern. 4 questions in 2 hours.
okay. If you miss 1 or 3 questions, it will be difficult.
Yeah, so just try to attempt OPP 1. Okay, so because the level of the OPP 1 questions will be easier compared to the OPP 2. Okay, so if you correctly submitted 2 questions, so that means you are passed in the OPP eligibility. Okay, so
Okay.
to pass this course, actually you should get at least 40 marks in any one of the OPP exam. So if you attempt 2 questions, so
Okay.
that means you will got
Any
50.
one of the OPP, you need to
Yes,
score
yes,
40% too.
yeah.
So how is the format of this OP?
OPP format will be similar to this timed mock, same type of questions like graded assignments, graded programming assignment, and PPAs. Okay, so 4 questions in 2 hours. All you need to
So
complete.
max is 2 hours we need.
Yes, max 2 hours. Okay, but that OPP exam will be conducted in the proctored manner. Okay, so you have to join through the Gmeet and you have to on your mobile screen camera on, and proctor will monitor you.
And one
So
more thing,
the
sir.
timings of this exam.
Timing is the date is confirmed. Okay, so 19th is the date, 19th November. You can check the dates on the grading documents, or dates are mentioned.
No, sir. Like usually with these quizzes exam will be on evening time, right? So
So
1
that
p.m. 2
timings will
p.m.
be timing will be shared later, I think, but two timings will be provided maybe for the OPP one. Okay, two
We can
slots will
join
be
it any time.
no, that slots will be allocated fix.
Okay, sir.
One more thing there.
Hmm.
So OPP one will be on 19th of November there. So what will
Yes,
the tentative syllabus there from the week 1 or
till
the
week
previous
7.
till week 7,
Hmm.
from 1 to 7?
Yes.
And
So
for
programming is started from mainly programming started from week
th-
4.
th-
So 4, 5, 6, 7, 4 week
okay, and for the OPP 2 of the
till
third,
week
fourth
10.
week, week 10s.
Hmm.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
Sir, there's a doubt related to grades that today week 5 is started,
Hmm.
but the grades of week 3 and week 4 are not yet displayed of C
So that will be
programming.
updated maybe because of that ES qualifier students. So operational team are working on that qualifier student first, then they will just update this term students.
And but
Okay, so
there's
just
an issue in I've posted this on Discourse also, that some grading means GRPA.
yeah,
My
that
code
we
is
have
right, but
yeah, that we have already informed to the operation team. They will just consider that re-evaluation. Okay, so finally score is not updated. Okay, so just wait for some time. That score will be updated. So week
okay,
three, like
okay.
GRP 2 and 4, and week 4 and GRP 3, we all mentioned that. Okay.
In the same question there, I have one question there.
Hmm.
Yeah. For the graded week 3 assignment there is a one error in evaluation there for the first question, that type of data types are there, miss some.
That I think
So,
you're talking about the theory assignment question where
ha, ha,
some
ha.
extra character is added.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, so that
So,
will also consider.
so that's still not as I think you evaluated there for that, and
Okay, let me check on the turn. Week
because
3.
for my marks there, they what are the mark one.
One
So
second.
you said that it will not be considered, or the marks will be given, or that.
Yeah, it is not evaluated yet.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And one more thing there in the week 4 graded assignment, there is a question number 8 there. Okay. What is the maximum possible output above the snippet
That
for
we are
any
also considering. I know that.
so
So some student posted about that
yes,
initial
yes,
and
yes.
after that.
Yes, yes. So these two still in the not. I think they are not
Yeah,
verified.
that re-evaluation is still pending for week 3 and
Yes,
4
yes,
for the term student.
yes, yes, yes. Okay, okay.
Okay. Okay, so any other query?
So I have a doubt.
Yeah, we.
Sir, actually, I'm not able to understand the programming part in this. Like, my mind goes blank if a question comes that what to write in a program. I don't understand the approach of writing a program.
Okay, so in which week you are facing this difficulty?
Sir, actually, the first 3 weeks are clear, but after that, when the programming part start, then it's not clear at all through the videos.
Okay.
Sir, even me, like, not a basic one. Like, see, the if like if a question comes, like on, we have to find an area for triangle something. The formulas will be not there, so that will be there. That part will be where I become sometimes blank. So, like, if I don't know how what will be the concept, what will be the formula. So,
Yes,
if
sir,
I get
maybe
to know
it
that.
is a problem with some other students also, but it's a problem.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir. We
yeah.
can't get it.
The
What is
same
happening
problem
there?
everybody is facing.
Okay, so regarding the programming things, I think you are facing the difficulty to figure out the logic, if I'm
Ah, yes,
understanding
sir.
correctly.
Yes.
Hmm. So that logic part, yeah. So syntax part, basically syntax part, definitely you have to practice. You have to write the syntax many number of times. That then that syntax will uh, stored in your mind. Okay. But before that, you have to write that syntax many times in the editor. Okay. But logic part, definitely that logic part, you have to practice more logical problems. Okay, so there is so in regarding this logical problem, still we are not giving that much difficult logical problems till now. But if you are facing difficulty, so what type of question we are asking? So in B3, we just asked to write the syntax for one given expression. Okay, some formula is given, then you have to just write the expression for that in the C. And in B4, we are simply asking the if else condition based. If this condition is true, then what should be the output? If this, so if else based and loop based. So logical problem we are not involving too much. And basic logical problem, like we are asking, sometimes we are asking the prime number, but so how to check prime number? So that logic you have to learn. So if you don't know what is the how we check the prime number, then that means you have to learn that topic for first time. So maybe in the next week or in future you will get the similar type of problems. So that means if you have already learned in the previous in some time, so then you can recall your logic and then you can submit the answer. So if you are
Sir, like yesterday in the timed mock, actually, then when the question came, then sometimes the mind goes blank that what to write and what to how to approach that program.
hmm. So because of that, we are giving this timed mock, because in the OPP exam, so same situation, maybe you will feel that if you are attempting first time. So because of that, we are giving this timed mock. Okay. So just try to solve all the questions. Because of that, we are also providing in 3 days. If you are not able to complete in for 1 day 2 hour, then just think after that, if you're not attempted or not correctly submitted, then just think about the logic. You can remember 4 question, I think, after the slot. Then after that, just think about that how you can solve that problem on paper and pen. Just make the logic in the for the next day, then attempt the next day again. Okay, just prepare yourself 1 day before, when you are submitting this timed mock assignment, if you're not able to attempt in the first day.
Yeah, sir. Actually, this is
Yeah.
happening because the programming is completely new for most of the students.
Hmm.
Yeah, and even when they got option to drop courses, most of the students have even dropped the C
But
programming.
this is not the solution. Anytime you have to complete this programming course.
Yeah, yeah, I do understand. Now
Okay.
or later, we'll have to
Or
complete it.
maybe in the next term you will learn the Python course. Okay, so in the Python course you will find all more logical problem. We are giving very easy and straightforward problem in the C course.
Yeah, sir.
Okay, so do not
So like we have to work
drop
on
the
our
course.
basics of the programming.
Yes, so just first understand writing the basic syntax, print statement, how to read the input statement, this type of things. After that, just understand the how loop. So you can just play around the code. If you're writing something on the editor, just check that if I'm changing some part of the code, what happening in the output. In that way, you will read all the things. Okay, so this is
Okay, sir.
programming course is not just a formula based course. So if you learn the one formula and then you will solve the problem using that formula. This is totally logical and the syntax. Both term you have to combine to learn this course. Okay, and this logical part and this syntax learning part basically will be improved by the practice to solve by the solve maximum number of problem. And we are also giving 10 problems in the assignment and other 4 problems we are giving the timed mock. So 14 problem you are getting for 1 week programming problem. Because why we are giving this number of problems? Because for your practice only. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Apart from that, you can also collect the problems from another resource. There are lots of resources for the C programming. Just look the problems and just try to write the code for that problem. Just don't depends on these only 14 problems. Okay, if you have time, just sit on the editor and just write the code for another problem. You can make your problem yourself. Just think about that. If suppose if I'm getting this information, then how we can convert this information to the other information. So this is just a interest. Okay, so just create your interest and just sit on the editor. This is not a just a learning course. Okay, this is not just a learning the document type of course. This is just a hands-on course. Okay, so you have to sit on the editor, then you have to write the code many number of times to become this efficient coder like this. Okay.
And sir, one more doubt that for the theory part, like on in the lectures, we are all getting the practical knowledge.
Hmm.
So during the test, most of the questions, like few of the questions are from the theory part. So exactly for theory, what are we supposed to do? Like, should we refer to some books or it will be covered in the live lectures?
So theory also, what is the theory actually? After week 3, I think all the things are related to the programming.
Yeah, sir. But in
Okay.
future or in the test also, in the
Huh.
quiz one also, few
So
questions are based on the theory based.
yeah, theory based questions. So that means some corner case if for the syntax, sometime how the C syntax works, and what are the corner case for the C syntax. So that things we are including in the theory assignments, and that things you can learn. Just write the code and change the code and check what is happening. Then you will learn all the things what are the C provided actually, what C provided for us, and how syntax behave of C programming language. So that things we are asking in the theoretical assignment form. Okay, so just write the code. You will learn a theory question also.
Oh, okay, sir.
Okay, so writing the code is the only way to learn efficiently this C programming, not just reading the document.
Sir, one doubt.
Yeah, Raja.
Regarding the private test and public test in the programming, what is the major difference between these two?
Yeah, so actually marks are associated with private test case. Okay, and public test case are just to get some idea to you what are the how the what type of input we are giving and what type of output will come. So some test case you can see if we are giving this input, then what should be the output. But we cannot show each test case because if we show all the test case all the inputs, then anyone can write the hard code. Hard code means anyone can write the code like this. If this input is this, then output is this. Because if they are able to see the output, they can write the if else condition based code without any logic. Okay, so the marks are associated with private test case. Private test case are similar to this public test case, but maybe they private test case contain some corner case of the according to the problem.
Okay, but
Okay, so
suppose my program executed and all the given cases are passed, but there are some private cases failed.
yeah,
How
so
I can
that means
trace?
yeah, that means you are just missing some corner cases according to the problem. So at that time you have to think what type of inputs are possible according to the problem statement. According to that you have to create the logic, not just by looking some input and then then create the logic. Okay, so this is also a required skills for the programming. You have to write the code according to the problem statement by fulfilling the all corner possibility of the input. Okay, so because of that this test case are hidden, and you have to just figure out that you can also just check your code with the some different types of input in the local editor. Okay, then you can figure out that what type of corner case is missing.
Okay, thank you.
Okay,
Hello, sir.
yeah, Amit.
Sir, do we have any for OPP exam? Do we will having a mock test like?
So you are getting this timed mock now. This is also a mock for OPP. Yeah, if you're
Which
talking
one,
about
sir?
any that system compatibility test, so there is one test we conducted before the OPP, that is actually system compatibility test, where your system compatibility will checked. Okay, so your that camera is proper working, your internet is proper working. You will also see one link. Then just they will provide some environment for the OPP to test your system or everything, to give the idea of the OPP exam. So that date, that SCT date will be informed to you before the OPP exams. Okay. Accuracy program is not clear. Writing program, maybe it will be problem. Yep, exam date. Sir, actually. Okay, this course is going very fast. I am unable to do with this. Okay, I think we are not covering too much things. So we have started the programming in week 3. Okay, initially we have started from the basic and we have started from the operator. So I think not we are not running too fast, I think. Okay, so this is if you are learning first time programming, so maybe you are feeling some new things, but you have to practice more if you are feeling more difficulty. Okay. So week 5, I'm just discussing. Let me share my screen. So how many of you have complete the practice programming assignment of the week 5? Manisa, okay.
I have a question, sir, regarding OPP eligibility. Is timed
Yes.
mock assignment is mandatory, or I missed taking that timed mock?
Yeah. So first thing, OPP 1, there is no eligibility. Okay.
Oh,
So
great.
everyone can attempt the OPP 1,
Okay.
and OPP 2 have the eligibility based on the timed mock. Okay.
Okay.
And what is the eligibility criteria is so till OPP 2, so 10 timed mock, sorry, 6 timed mock will be released, and out of this 6, best 4 will be selected. Okay, and in best 4 your score should be greater than or equal to 40 average score. Okay, then you can appear in OPP 2 also, otherwise not. And what is the passing criteria of the OPP is you have to score 40 marks in at least one of the OPP. Okay, then you can clear this course. If you failed in the both OPP, so that means you have to repeat the OPP exam in the next, and this course will not be clear.
Thanks, sir.
Means that we need to appear for the OPP only, not the complete
Yeah, so
course.
that types of some grades will provided to you. So suppose if you failed only the OPP exam and you scored the passing criteria in the other things, so in the next term you will appear in the OPP exam only. Okay. So you will get like the grade is I underscore opp. So that means incomplete with the opp. Okay, so I noticed that only 2 3 have raised the hand to complete the PPAs of Week 5. Okay, so after the quiz, just try to complete this Week 5 as soon as possible, because Week 6 is also released. So I think deadline is also closure of the Week 6. So 8 November is the Week 6. Okay, and Week 5 is uh, 5. Okay, so 5 and 8. So just try to complete the all the things of Week 5 and 6 in the next days. So I'm just discussing the programming question first of the PPAs of Week 5. Okay, so Week 5 is basically based on the function. Okay, and function, recursion, and that scope. These are the three main topics. So function I have already discussed in one of the initial session in the last week. And function is just a block of the code, and we can give some name of name that block, and we can call that block by the name when we require. Okay, so we can write the code for the specific purpose in the block, and we can just give the name for that block, and we can call that when we require. Okay, so this week we are asking to write the function for each question. If you see the assignment, so if you can see. Okay, so first problem in the PPA. So to complete the to complete the given C program, write a recursive function named fact. Okay, fact that takes a positive integer as input and returns the factorial of the input integer number. Okay, so if you know that what is the factorial number, what is the factorial things, so I think you have already solved similar type of problems before. So everyone know what is the factorial and how we can calculate the factorial if any number is given. So this is the logical thing. So I think when you just if you are first time looking listen this term factorial, so maybe this is the first time when you have to learn this things. Okay,
N
in
into
few,
n minus 1.
yeah, sorry, and into,
N minus 1.
no, this is not a factorial.
Sort of formula. Like.
Hmm, okay, let me check. You are saying that if suppose we have 5 factorial. Okay, so you are saying if you are taking n equal to 5, so you are giving the formula n into n minus 1. So 5 into 4.
5 into 4 into 3 into 2.
Okay, so this is not a formula of the factorial. Factorial things you have to multiply of all the numbers from n to 1. Okay.
Yes, sir, yes. But I taught some the formula. Okay.
Hmm. So this is the things you have to calculate during the factorial. Calculate the factorial. So one thing I think some problem is already covered based on the factorial, where you have already write the code using the loop for this problem. Okay, and you know that how we can calculate the factorial things. So you have to just create one loop, and in the inside the loop you have to start the loop from either from 1. Okay, you can just multiply the numbers from 1, then 2, then 3 till n. Okay, and same things you can just reverse the loop. You can start from the n, and then n minus 1, then till 1. Okay, so you just create a loop and multiply the all the numbers which are coming in n to 1, and return the answer. So how we can write the code? So you can also write the basic code for this. So this is the some suffix and prefix code is already given. Okay, first we will check the basic code for the factorial. Okay, so here some suffix code is given in the graded this pattern. Okay, gray pattern, and this is the suffix code, this is prefix code. You cannot remove this. Now what we are asking to write the function. Okay, function name should be fact. So here you can also see we are calling this function from the main function. Okay, so that means we are passing some value a inside the function, and this function should return the factorial of this a. Okay, so how we can write the function? If you know that, first thing we have to write the what type of output function will return. Okay, you can just read this thing in the problem statement as well. So if you read the problem statement, here it is given that returns the factorial of the input integer number. Okay, so after getting a positive integer, you have to return the factorial of that. So factorial should also be integer. So just write the definition accordingly. So like int. Okay, so this is the return type of the function. After that, give the name of the function fact, and then here just write the what type of input you are taking. So you are also taking the integer input. So just define integer data type of the input, and you can mention any variable name. Okay, so here suppose I am taking this n. We are calling this function from here fact a. Okay, so we are getting some value from the user of inside the a, and that value we are passing to this function. So that value will be copied to the variable which we have defined in the function to the n. Okay, so that if we are passing fact 10, so if suppose a equal to 10, then we are passing a, so that 10 will be copied to n. So now we can use that value with the help of n variable. Okay, so now what we can do to return the result, we have to just initialize some variable. Okay, so because we want to return some answer from this function. Okay, and that answer will be stored into this result variable. So how we can just initialize some variable. Okay, so int like int res equal to 1. You can initialize this thing, and after that you can just create one loop, and that loop will start from 1 to n. Okay, so just write one loop. So for and syntax, so initially you will face this problem, how we will write the for loop syntax, how we'll write the while loop syntax, this step. So after if you write this syntax 10-20 times, so that syntax will be you can recall any time. Okay, so I'm just initializing another variable like int I equal to 1. Okay, I'm starting from 1. Okay, so this is the initial value of I, and we have to mention some condition to break this loop. So that condition we will mention in the second part of the loop syntax. So I should be less than equal to n. Okay, and last condition is how we will increment this I in the every iteration. So every time we will increment by 1. So I plus plus. So this is the loop statement, and inside the loop, every time we will store the result like this: res equal to res into I. Okay. So what is the initial value of result? 1, and we will multiplying every time this I into the result, and will update our res value. Okay. So if first time this is 1. Okay, so it will start from the res initially equal to 1. Okay, and we are multiplying every time. So I loop will run 1. Suppose n value equal to 5. Okay, so suppose n value equal to 5. So this loop will run I 1 to 5. Okay, so that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So first I equal to 1, then this 1 will be multiplied into 1, and res will become 1. Okay, then I will increment to 2, then 2 will multiply in this, and result will become 2. Res equal to 2. So then I will become 3. So this will be multiplied in this. Okay, then I will become 4. It will multiply in this 4, and I will become 5. Then it will multiply in this. So finally, after completion of the iteration, our res will become 120 after multiplying all this. When after that, when I become 6, so at that time your loop condition will be break, because the condition is given in the loop. You can see I should be less than equal to n. If your n equal to 5 and I become 6, so that condition will not be true. At that time this loop will break. Okay, so this is the simple code. and after completion of this loop, just return the answer, return, and what would be written? Res. Okay. So this loop will compute the factorial, and after that, just return the answer. So just make practice of the syntax. So just put this colon after every expression. Now just test your code. Okay, so initially maybe you will face some error, so just try to understand the error message. Okay, so error message comes in this test run details. Okay, here one error message comes if you miss some syntax. So like if we miss this syntax, okay, if we run this code, some error message will come. Initially this error message is not easy to understand, but after some times if you learn this message, you will get some idea. Okay, so here in function fact test, this error expected this colon before this bracket. Okay, so that means some place this colon is missing. Okay, before this close bracket, this colon is missing in the syntax. So just check your code completely, and then check if you are following the complete syntax or not, if you are missing something or not. So just put this syntax, then this error will be removed. Okay, so if this is working fine, then you can submit your answer. This is the 5 out of 5 private test case, means you are getting all the marks for this problem. And same things, you can start from the n. So what you can do, so you can start from the n, and no, sorry, I equal to n. You have to change the condition accordingly. So when I is greater than equal to 1, and every time you have to decrement now. Okay, so same things we are doing in the reverse way. We are starting from n, we are multiplying in this, and n minus 1, n minus 2, and when we will reach this condition, I is greater than equal to 1, whenever I becomes 0, so this loop will terminate. So that will also work. So there are multiple way to write the code. Okay, so don't try to learn any fixed code. Okay, so just check how you can get the answer in different way. So you are getting the all 5 test case pass in this manner. Okay, and but problem statement is asking about the to write the recursive code. So recursive means just write the function, and inside the function same function should be called. Okay, same function should be called. So how you can do this? So what you can write in the same function, suppose if I am writing the function this fact. Okay, and inside this, so this is the function name, so like int, and we are passing some variable n. So inside this function we have to write some base case, and so there are two things we have to mention in the recursive function. First is the base case, okay, and another is the recursive part, base part or recursive part, we can say that. Okay, what is the base case? So base case means when so recursive means we are calling the same function again inside from the inside of this function. Okay, but base case is when we will not call this function again, and we will stop this recursive call. Okay, so there is some base condition, and when we will reach this base condition, we will not call the same function again. Okay, and we will stop that. And recursive part means we will calling in this part we will call the same function again, and one condition should you should follow that. So according to your base condition, when you are calling the recursive function, that means same function again, so you should reach to the base case, and you should reach closer to the base case in every call. So if you are starting, suppose we are taking the base case, so if our input n equal to 0, okay, so that's just return the one value, return 1. So that means if we are getting n equal to 0, then we will return directly 1, and we will not call the same function again. But if the value is not 0 and greater than 0, then we will call the same function again. So that means what we can do, we can return return, and we will take the current value into what is the next then we will call the same function with n minus 1. So like this fact, so I'm writing here, so if n equal to 0, okay, no need to this bracket. So then return 1, else just call the same function like this, return n into fact. Now we are reducing one value here, fact n minus 1. Okay, so in that way, if we are starting n equal to 5, so we will check the first condition, if n is equal to 0, no. Okay, so then we will move to the return this return statement part, and here we are, what we are doing, we are just starting from 5. Okay, so 5 into, and the same function, so that means the same function we will call with one less value. Initially it was 5, but now we will pass 4. N minus 1 means 5 minus 1, 4. So that means we are writing like this, so fact 4. So this is also a one call, and this will call the same function with some different output, and that output is now reducing. Okay, so we are starting from 5, then 4. In the next call we will reduce one more, so then it will become 3. So you can see every time we are just moving closer to this base case. Okay, so the base case is now 0, and we are calling this function by reducing some value. So at any number of after some call, we will reach this base case. Okay, so just remember these things, so that your call should also in that manner, so you will reach to the base case after some recursive call. Okay, so in that manner, what we will do, we will just so this is the next function. Inside this function we are calling the same function again, and at that time we will write the things 4 into fact 3. Okay, and next call we will write like 3 into fact 2, and this is again call. In that call we will write this statement like 2 into 1. Okay, so these all are the return statement, return, and return, and this is also return. Okay, so 2 into fact 1. Okay, and once again you will call this return 1 into fact 0. Okay, so now when you are calling this fact 0, so 0 means you have reached the base case. Now if n equal to 0, you will return 1. So from this function you will get the return value 1, so 1. Okay, now this is complete, no recursive call now. So 1 into 1, so this is the simple expression, 1 into 1, that 1 will be passed to the this place, previous place. Okay, where from we are calling. So now 1 will be passed to here. Now this fact will be replaced by 1, and 1 will be multiplied into 2. So that will become 2, return 2. Okay, so 2 will come at this place. Okay, now it will be replaced by 2, and 2 into 3, 6. So 6 total, 6 will be written here. Okay, and 6 will replace here, and 6 will be multiplied by 4, now 24, and 24 will be come here, written back, and then 24 into 5, this 120. So 120 will return by the main function. Okay, where we start from this main function, so this 120 will be written to the as a answer. Okay, so we can write the same function recursively. So initially this will be difficult to imagination, but just try to write some very small code for this recursive code. So now we can write the same function recursively. Okay, so this is the first function. First we will write the base case. So if n equal to 0, then we will return 1, because we are multiplying. Okay, so we cannot multiply by 0, so we cannot return 0, otherwise all value will become 0. So we will write the statement return 1, and after that in the else part, let me make big screen this. Okay. In else part, we will write this like return fact. Okay, so this is the name of the same function, and we will pass this n minus 1, and we will also multiply n into. Okay, so this is the base condition, and this is the recursive part, and we are calling the same function by reducing one value every time, and that value is multiplying the previous value, and when we are reaching at the 0, then we are returning 1. So this will also return the same answer. Okay, so 3 out of 3 is passed. Yeah. Okay, so this is the problem of PPA 1. If we move to PPA 2.
So one query.
Yeah, sure. Ask. Raj. You are not audible.
Function result having long int, but in calling the rest as an integer. Is it okay, or
Raja, initially your voice is dropped. Actually, can you repeat your question?
In main function, the result is defined as a long integer, whereas in subfunction, whatever the written code is having only integer. Is it okay, or
let me check. Yeah. Where is the? See. So this is the second problem. Yeah, so this is working because the test case input are given very small value. Okay, but suppose if we give any big value, then it maybe create some problem. So at that time, you can just define in the same manner. So what is the type of result here? Long int. So same you can just define here long int. Okay, return type. Because factorial, if you give that what is the factorial of 100, you will get very large value. So maybe at that time this solution may not work, but here test case are configured very small. Okay, so your test case will pass for this by this integer. Okay, but if you're writing solution, if you're failing some test case, so you can think about that what type of value we are returning.
So in that fashion, in the subfunction also we can mention as a long int, correct?
Yes. So this subfunction you can just mention long int like this. Okay, so the same value result type is declared as a long int, same value you can return as it. Okay, so now the similar problem. So this is to complete the given C program, write a recursive function. Okay, so this is a repeated line. Okay, write a recursive function, some natural numbers that accepts a possible integer, positive integer n as input and returns the sum of all natural number from 1 to n. So I hope you have already solved this problem in the previous PPAs in week 3, I think. Week 3 or week 4. So can anyone tell me what formula you can directly use, or you can also solve this using the loop, but we are asking the recursive function. Can anyone tell me what formula we can directly use?
N into n plus 1.
N into n plus 1. I think something is missing.
By 2. Divided by 2.
Okay, suppose n equal to 5. And so sum should be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Okay, so that means 3, 6, 10, 15. Okay, and you are saying that 5 into 5 plus 1 divided by 2, then you will get 15, correct. So we can directly write this formula. So this is the direct formula to calculate this answer, n into n plus 1 divided by 2. Other things, you can solve this problem using a loop. Okay, you can simply write the code, write the definition of function, and you can use the loop. for this. So inside the loop, I am just explaining on the here. So what you can simply do here, some n value is given. So you can start one loop, for loop, and you can start from 1 and to n. Okay, so here you can just check condition I equal to 1 and I is less than equal to n, and I increment this I plus plus. Okay, and every time you can start with the result equal to 0, and every iteration just add this res equal to res plus I. Okay, and you will get the answer and return this res. Okay, so this is also a sum of from 1 to n, because we are running a loop. Every time we are getting I value, and I loop value is starting from 1, the next value will be 2, then 3, then till n. Okay, and we are adding this sequence in the result every time, so we will get the sum of the n, first n natural number from 1. So this is the one thing. You can also use the while loop for the same. Okay, now but if we talk about the recursive, so what you can do, you can just write the similar program which we have already written for the factorial. So same things we are doing, but this time we are just adding all the numbers, not multiplying. Okay, so same things you can do. You can make the base case. So like this, I'm just giving the name function sum, and we are passing n. So just write the base case and recursive part. So base case we can write here. So if n equal to 0. Okay, so if n equal to 0, then return like 0. So here no need to so return 0 because we are adding. Okay, so this 0 will not affect the total answer. And else part, you can return the sum. Okay, so return n in plus n plus, and you can call this function recursively with the same name, sum n minus 1. Okay, in the same way, in the previous example we are multiplying this, now this example we are adding. Okay, so n plus sum n minus 1. So this will also provide the same correct answer, because we are starting, suppose n equal to 5. So this is the first call 5. Okay, so this base condition is not true. So 5 plus sum 4. Okay, now from this function the return statement will be 4 plus sum 3. Okay, from this 3 plus sum of 2. Okay, from this 2 plus sum 1. Okay, from this 1 plus sum 0. Okay, now when we are reaching sum 0, so 0 means 0 is passing at this place, so 0 is coming at the value of n, and this base condition will become true, and we will return 0. So 0 will be added from this 0 to 1, 1. So total 1 will be passed to previous location. So 1 here, 1 plus 2, 3 will be moved to here. Okay, at this place, so 3. Now 3 plus 3, 6. So total 6 will return here. Okay, now 6 plus 10, 4. 6 plus 4, 10. So the 10 will move here. Okay, and replace this value 10. Now 10 plus 5, 15. Okay, so this is the first statement return. So we will return the answer 15. So this is working in that manner. So you can write the recursive function here with the name of this recursive now, some natural number. So same integer value we want to return, and write the same function name, and we are receiving integer value. Okay, so just mention the type of variable, and we can just like this b. Okay, you can give any name. Inside this, just write the base condition first. So if a equal to 0, then write the code return 0. And else part, if this condition is not true and n is greater than 0, then call the recursive function and return n plus what name of function. Okay, a minus 1. Like this. Okay, this is also a similar code. So now you can check this. Okay, now we are getting some error. So just read the statement, what error we are getting, n undeclared. Okay, so are we using n someplace? Okay, sorry. This n is not declared in the code. So we will change this. Okay, now the all value are matching. So you can see the public test case. If your logic is correct, it will private test case will also pass. Okay, so these are two problem based on the recursive code. Any query in this? Okay. Now the next problem is a little bit logical problem. So just tell me the logic how we can solve this problem. First, we will read the problem statement and check what you are understanding by the problem. So a positive integer m is a prime product. Okay, if it can be written as p into q, where p and q both are primes. Okay, to complete the given code, write a function prime product that accepts a positive integer m as input and return 1 if the m is a prime product and 0 otherwise. So first thing, what you are understanding by the problem statement. So this is also important if you're understanding correctly. Can anyone tell me?
So we have to write a program that takes like the input is an integer number, and
Hmm.
the product of two integer numbers should sorry, the product of both the integers should be a prime.
Okay, so that means we are getting some input integer value. So suppose that value may be anything. So we are giving some variable name. Okay, so this value is integer, and we have to figure out that is there any products of two products are available. So where the both value suppose two product like this p and q. Okay, if we multiplying p and q, we are getting this m. Okay, so p and multiply q equal to m, and if p and q both are actually prime, so is there any possibility that we have to check? If we have two value, if we multiply these two value, we are getting the m, and both the value are prime, so we can say that m is prime product. Okay, so how we can solve this? So we can take any small example. So if we are taking input 10, okay, so m equal to 10. First thing, you know that how we can check the prime number is prime or not, because this is also required in this problem. Can anyone tell me what is the definition of the prime and how we can write
Sir,
check? Hmm?
sir, the number can be divided by 1 and itself, sir.
Okay, so one and itself. If it is dividing by the any other number in between, that means that is not
It's
prime.
not a prime number.
Hmm. So first thing, uh, to check number is prime or not, we have to write the code for that, because in this problem we have to figure out this. So a code is written. Let me remove this. So actually, we have to during the procedure when we are checking the product multiplication is equal to m, and our both the variable are prime or not. We have to write the code for that to check number is prime or not. So what we can do, we can write a separate function for that, because we want to check our p and q both are prime or not. So we have to call this function two times at least. Okay, so so we can write the function separately for that. So we can give any name. So and we want to return one means true if number is prime, if zero means false if number is not prime. So that means integer value we will return. So I'm writing one function. Okay, so this is the things. If you know how we can check the prime number, so then you can solve this problem. If you don't know how we can check the prime number, how we can write the prime checking code, then you can also not solve this problem. Okay, so after learning some problems, you will get the superset of superset problems. So some previous logic will help. So prime, okay, you can give any name to this function. We are writing some extra function which is not given in the problem statement. Okay, so we are receiving some value inside this. So let me giving some name. Okay, now we want to check that this number is a prime or not. So first things what we can do, we can just take some variable, so like int res result. Okay, and we are setting this as a false, this as a true. Okay, true means 1. After that we will check if number is prime or not by dividing by the each value of uh, from 1 from 2 to n minus 1. Okay, so that are the required things. So we will just make a loop. So for int I. Okay, so we will start from 2. Okay, number should not be divided from 2 to n minus 1. So we are starting from 2, and we will check this condition. We will just run this loop. I is less than equal to n. Okay, and every time we are increasing this I plus plus. Okay, so this is the loop, and inside this we are checking this condition if our n, okay, number is n, is divided by I. Okay, if this is completely divided, so this is the check that we are checking if we are dividing n by I and our remainder is 0, so that means our number is completely divided. If this condition is true, that means we have some factor of n in between 2 to n minus 1. So at that time what we can do, if this condition is true, then we can set our result res equal to 0. Okay, and we can also break the loop. If we found that if our number is dividing in the initial, like if our number is divided by 2, so that means our number is not prime. We can stop the process, and we after setting this res equal to 0, 0 means false, so we can stop the process and we can break. Okay, so break, we will terminate this loop. After this we will return the value of res. Okay, so this is the function. Basically it will check n is a prime or not. If n is a prime, it will return 1. If n is not a prime, it will return 0. Okay, so this is the function for prime checking. After that we have to write the main required function. So this function is name is prime product. Okay, now the same things, we are returning the 1 and 0 according to the answer. So we are writing this return type int, and this is the name of the required function. Okay, so what logic we can directly use? So if we have m equal to 10. Okay, so if we have m equal to 10 and we want to check this number is a prime product or not, that means we have to figure out two factor, this p and q, and multiplication of this p and q should be equal to m. So what we can do, we can start checking this process from 1. Okay, and we will divide this number by this number. Okay, so we are just taking I equal to 1 to this n. Okay, so m, I'm writing this. Okay, so we are taking one loop from 1 to m. Okay, and inside this 1 to 2. Okay, so 1 is also not required because prime product 1 is also not, 1 is not a prime number. So what we can do, we can start from 2. Okay, so then what we can do, we just divide by this m by I. Okay, so suppose if I check this, if m divided by I, if this value is equal to 0, so that means we can figure out that we are getting one factor I. Okay, so I. And what is the remaining factor? We can calculate this m divided by I. So this is the remainder operation. If we are getting remainder equal to 0, so that means I is completing dividing this m. Okay, so the one factor, one value we can consider as a I. And what are the multiplication of this I which we are getting equal to m? So that we can calculate like, so we can consider this as a p equal to I, and q value we can calculate like this, m divided by I. Okay, so after that you will get the q value, and that means p into q is now m. So we can just check for this 10 here. So if we are taking I equal to 2, okay, so if we are checking this 10, this remainder 2, so you can see that this is completely dividing this 2, we are getting 0. So one factor we can consider as a p equal to 2. Okay, now to find out this second factor, what is the multiplication factor for this? So we are just simply calculate v q equal to this 10 divided by 2. So this will return a 5. So p and q both value we are getting 2 into 5. So 2 into 5 we are getting 10. So that means these are the two value we are getting, and when we are multiplying these, so we are getting the value 10. Now the next operation is there. After finding the correct product, two value where the product is equal to m, then check the both is prime or not. Okay, then call the function which we have already written, and just pass these two value to that function, and check if both are prime. And for both value, if our prime function is returning 1, then we will return the answer 1. Otherwise we will return 0. So we will check this thing for the each possible value. If you are finding any possible product which is providing this m and both value are prime, then we can break the loop and we can stop the process. Okay, so that means we have to write these things in the code. So what we can do, we can just take some variable p and q, int and p comma q, and we can also take some variable res to return as the answer. Okay, and after that we will just run some loop. So for int I we will start from 2, I equal to 2, and when I is less than equal to this m, okay, and I plus plus. So here what we will do, we will check if our m percentile I equal to 0. Okay, so that means I is completely dividing this m. So what we can do, we can just store this value p equal to I, and we will calculate the q value. So q equal to m divided by I. Okay, now we got this p and q value, and just check the condition. If call the function, okay, so prime p and prime q. Okay, if both condition are true, okay, so if prime p and prime q both condition are true, then that means both are the prime number. Then we will write this inside the bracket. Okay, now we can okay, so we can initialize this res value. Initially we can just consider as a 0, as a false answer. But if we found the both prime product, okay, at the time we can set this as a res equal to 1. Okay, and we can break the process, break, and then we will return the answer after this completion of the loop. So return. Okay, so in this process, if you check this loop,
Sir, return spelling.
okay, yeah. So in this for loop, if we are not finding any p and q which both are prime and product is equal to m, so that means our res initially set to 0. So that condition will never be occurred. Okay, never be executed. So we will directly return the initial value of res 0. So that means we did not find any prime product. If any time we find out any two products p and q which are both prime and multiplication is equal to m, so we are setting this res equal to 1 and we are breaking this loop. So when we are using this break, so the nearest loop, so what is the nearest loop that will terminate, and at that time we are directly returning this res value 1, so that value will be passed. So these are the things you have to follow in this code. Let me check the test case. Okay, so we are getting error. Break, let me check this. Okay. Before int, for int I equal to 2, I is less than equal to n, I plus plus is I undeclared. Okay. First is in the function and I okay. Okay, let me quickly check the code. So int, we have declared this int I 2 plus plus, so m percentile I equal to I am. Oh, the bracket is missing. Now still we are getting some type of m default to int. Prime product. Okay, some that colon is missing some place. So check where this colon is missing. B breaker here. Prime product. Let me read the problem. For int I equal to 2 and oh, this loop, yeah, this syntax. Now the remaining error still is there. Int prime m, prime product m. This is warning. Okay. So what type of value we are returning? Prime product m equal to 1. So res is equal to 0. Okay. I see warning type of m default to int. Oh, okay, got it. The type is not defined. Okay, so now all the things are clear. Okay, now one corner case is missing. Okay. So this is the things are equal to 10 1 primary. Okay, so this thing should not be. So why this error comes, if I'm taking this I is less than equal to m, okay, so this value will reach till m at any time. Suppose if I'm taking m equal to 10, so this loop will reach I equal to 10. At the time we will find out two product, okay. So first one is the m and another is m by m, so 1, okay, so 1 and m. So I think our function is returning something wrong. And res equal to 10 res, okay. Okay, so this prime function is returning true for the 1, so that should not be happen. So we have to check, we have to apply some logic for this, otherwise we can stop these things, because 1 is not a prime number, okay. 1 is yeah, sorry, 1 is not a prime number, but our this code is returning this as a prime number. So we can just put some condition, if our value is less than a or 2, so then we can return true answer for this. So in that case we can also break this condition using this loop. So because we are finding out the product, so that if we are finding out the 1 and m as a product, so that is not the correct prime product, okay. So where 1 is not prime, m may be prime. So we can just make the loop from 2 to m minus 1 to check, okay. So now our error is handled. So this is passing all the test case, okay. Any query in this code? So here main things is the prime, to write the code for the prime, and another thing is to check the prime product. So if any value is dividing uh, m completely, so we can find out the divider multiplication value, and then we can check if both are prime, then we can return as an answer true.
Sir,
Hmm.
how are we using the res, sir? Yeah, from the function and in the main function, sir.
So these are two different variable, okay. So these are some variable which we have declared inside the prime function, okay. So here this res and this res both are the two separate variable, okay, because it is declared inside two different function, okay. So that things is covered inside the scope topic. So if we declare this function, this res variable in prime function, so this is totally separate from this res, okay. It is not creating any problem that interfacing or interacting to each other like this. Okay, these are two separate variable, okay. So same things you can see here, we have declared used I, and here we have used I, so both I are the two separate variable, not the same.
In
Okay,
this
sir.
regard, can we little explore the local variable and global variable?
So that things is
It will
come
be better.
yeah, that things come under as a scope. So local variable, global variable, okay. So what is these things? Local variable, uh yeah, so in the C, let me just open the Mhm. Okay, so I'm giving in the same one second.
So here both the res variable used in both different
Yeah, yeah,
they are
these
the
are the local variable
local
for the
variable
function, yeah, for the
functions,
function,
because
okay.
we have used the same variable in different functions there.
Yes, okay. So if I'm writing some functions, I suppose I'm talking about the main function, okay. Main function, suppose we are writing some function, and this is the open bracket and this is the close bracket. If we write like this, so int a equal to 10, this is the first initialization of a. If I create a open bracket and close bracket, and if I once again int b equal to sorry, a equal to 20, okay. So you can see I am just declaring the same variable in two different blocks. So this int a equal to 10 and this int a equal to 20. So this a is different from this int a, because this is a separate block, and C support this block is scope. if we are declaring any variable inside some block, so that is the local variable for that block. Okay, if we print this a value, so you will get the 20 answer here, but if we print the same a variable here, then you will get 10. Okay, so for this print statement you will get 10, but inside this print statement you will get 20. So this variable is local for this scope, block scope. Okay, and this a is local for this above block complete. But if we suppose if we not declare this initial inside variable, okay, so that means this a become global. You can also access this a inside this second block. Okay, then this a is local for complete this part, and you can access from any inner part, inner block, but you cannot access the any variable which is declared inside the inner block, and you cannot access that variable from the outer block. Okay, so same things for the global things. So in C, if you declared any variable before this in main function in this place, so all these things actually defined as a global, and you can access that variable from any function from any part of the code. Okay, so when you are writing this hash include this stdio.h, and after that you can just define like int a equal to 20 here, and then you are writing this function, so int main, and then you can access this a variable from any function. So you can access this a value inside the main function. If you're writing any other function, you can also access this a value from in the another function. But if you are declaring any variable inside the function, then that variable will become local for that function or block. You cannot access that variable from the outside of that block. Okay, so in the previous program, if you can see,
So
this
basically, the braces that matters the most in this.
yes, in C actually this bracket is define the scope.
Yeah, sir.
Okay, so if we are using this res and we have declared this inside the prime in this block, okay, so inside this prime function, so this is local for only this prime. Okay, we cannot access this res from outside of this block. Okay, similar, this res totally different from this the above res. So these are the local for prime. First res is the local for prime, this res for the local for prime product, and these are the two separate variable. If you want to use the common, then you have to just write above this, so you can mention like this int res equal to 1, then you can access that res variable in the both function, prime and prime product and main function. Okay, so these are the things scope which is covered in week 5. Okay, if we move to the PPA 4. So Fibonacci series, I hope you know the Fibonacci series, and one example is also given if you don't know.
Basically, in Fibonacci series, the number should be addition of the previous two numbers.
Yes, so first two value are 0 and 1, and after that we can calculate this as a by adding the previous two value. Okay, so if you see the 0 and 1, then you are getting 0 plus 1 1, 1 plus 1 equal to 2. Okay, so 2 plus 1 equal to 3, 2 plus 3 equal to 5. So this is the series we called as a Fibonacci series. So this question is based on this. The Fibonacci series is an infinite series starting from 0 and 1, in which every number in the series is the sum of the two number preceding it in this series. So this definition is also given. Okay, everything is given. Now the question is, this is also mentioned that the 0th Fibonacci number is defined as a first zero. Okay, so this first zero is considered as a 0th number, and first number will be considered as this number 1. Okay, and so on. So to complete the given C program, write a recursive function nth Fibonacci that accept a non-negative integer input n and return the nth Fibonacci number. Okay, so here once again the recursive function is asked. So how you can get this recursive function? Okay, so n value may be anything. So n value, suppose asking the like the 15th, what is the 15th number of in the series, or 40th number, 100th number, like this. So that means you have to calculate this series recursively. So what you can do, so you know that first two value are 0 and 1. Okay, these are fixed. After that we can calculate any recursive number by adding two previous number. So what we can do, we can write the recursive function based on this two base case. These are the two base case. Sorry. Okay, so how we can solve this? So we can write like the function name abc. I'm just giving the function name abc, and we are getting some value like n. Okay, so this is the nth Fibonacci series number we want to find out. So what we can make the base case, so if our n value is equal to, or we can write the both, we can consider the both condition as a 1. Okay, so n is great, less than, n is less than equal to uh, oh, this one, yeah, less than equal to 1. Okay, so that means if we are reducing this n value and we are getting this n value less than equal to 1, so at that time we will directly return the value n. Okay, so if n equal to 1, then we will return 1. If n equal to 0, we will return 0. Okay, and apart from that, else part, what we can do, how we can calculate the nth recursive, nth this Fibonacci series number. So we can return, you know that the nth value will always be the sum of previous two value. Okay, so previous two value, so same function we can call abc, and what is the previous value, n minus 1. Okay, and plus what is the next previous value, abc n minus 2. Okay, these are two previous value. Suppose now just moving this, so if I'm taking n equal to 5. Okay, so n equal to 5. So how we will get the solution for this? So n equal to 5, so this first condition is not true. At that time we will call this recursive function. So this recursive function is returning abc. So 5 minus 1 is 4. Okay, and plus abc 5 minus 2 is 3. Okay, now these are the two recursive call. Okay, these are two recursive call, and once when we call this function abc4, okay, these will call separately, this will call separately. Now if I draw the logical diagram for this, so when we are calling abc4, so once again this 4 is greater than equal to 1, so that means this once again this will call like this. So abc 3 plus abc 2. Okay, so to 4 minus 1 and 4 minus 2, this function will call separately. So abc 2 and plus abc 1. Okay, now these are the two. Now once again this is a separate call. This will again abc 2 and abc 1. Okay, this is another separate call. This time n, now consider n equal to 2. So here abc equal to 1, and this is the 1 plus, okay, so addition is also there. So abc 0. Okay, so this is the first part. Now same things for this abc2. So abc here 1 and abc 0, and for this okay, so here. Okay, so now you can see that when we are reducing this structure, so we are calling in this manner. But this, what is the base case? So base case is if n is less than equal to 1, so 1 or 0. Okay, so 1 or 0, if we are getting 1 or 0, we are directly returning n. Okay, so in this case when you are getting this okay, so here one call is also remaining for this. So abc 1 and abc 0. Now you can see that in every call you have 1 or 0. So 1 or 0, here 1, here 1, 0, 1, 0, and this is also 1. So these are the actually base case call. At that time, you will directly returning 1 from this side and 1 from 0 for this side. Okay, so this is the 1 directly, and this is you will return 1, this is 0, this is 1, and this is 0. So 1, once you add 1 plus 0, you are getting 1 here. Okay, and after that 1 plus 1, 2. Okay, so you are getting 2 answer here. And similarly 1 plus 0, 1 plus 0, you are getting 1 here. Similarly here 1 plus 0, you are getting 1 here. Okay, and here ABC 1, so this is 1. And after that, in the next call, 2 plus 1. Okay, 2 plus 1, 3. 3 will come here, and 1 plus 1, that 2 will come here. Okay, and 3 plus 2, this will add as a 5. So in that manner you are getting the answer, and series is like this: 0, 1, and then 1, then 2, then 3, and then 5. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So fifth term you can see that you are getting 5 answer. Okay, so this is the recursive call, and you can also write the normal code for that. We are not restricting any code. Okay, so if you know the logic by the recursive call, so you can simply run the for loop and you can check the answer, and you can write that code also. Okay, but if you know the recursive structure very well, then you can also write the recursive code for this. Okay, so here we are just asking to write a function, then you can also write the without that non-recursive function. So we are not restricting any.
Sir,
Yes.
sir,
Hmm?
sir, how are we using the recursive function in this case, sir?
Yeah, that things you have to define that when you're calling this. So if you know the logic of this Fibonacci series, so if you have, suppose if you want to find out the first, or sorry, zeroth Fibonacci series, so that initial two value is actually the fixed value. So first this 0 and 1. Okay, so this is the zeroth and this is the first. Okay, these two value are fixed in the Fibonacci series. After that, every value you always get by the previous two sums. So 1, 0 plus 1, so this is the second, so value will be 1 if you are adding these both two. Okay, previous two value. If you want to third, so then third will be 1 plus 1, 2, like this. So according to the solution, just you can figure out that what should if you want to find out the zeroth Fibonacci series, so you can directly return 0. If you want to find out the first Fibonacci number, then you will directly return this one. But after that, you can just calculate this solution by adding to previous solution. Okay, so because of that, we designed this recursive call structure. If we have n is less than equal to 1, so that means n equal to 0, we are returning 0. If n equal to 1, we are returning 1 directly. Okay, but after that else part, then if n is equal to greater than 1, then we are calling to previous value. Okay, so we are calling the same function, and we are just reducing this value n minus 1 and n minus 2. So this is the similar things you can see. N minus 1, we want to calculate the n equal to 2. That means we want to add the first this n equal to 1 and this plus. Okay, so n equal to 0 and n equal to plus 1. So we will just add these two number and we will get this answer. Okay, so in this manner, if you know this process of the solution, then you can design this recursive structure. Otherwise, you can also write the iterative code for this. Okay, so how you can write the iterative code? You can simply what you can do, you can just take two value, so like this a equal to 0 and b equal to like 1. Okay, so these are the two value. After that, you can just run a loop. So these are the first okay, so this is the 0, this is the first. If And suppose you are writing some function like ABC and you are asking that n value. So what is the nth Fibonacci number? So you can just mark this condition. If n equal to 0, then return the answer 0. Okay. If n equal to 1, then return answer 1. Else, in the remaining part, you can just run a loop. So else part, you can just run a loop for int I, and you can start this loop from this what you can do this so is I equal to 2. Okay, so this is the 0, this is first, this is 2. That means you want to calculate the next number from 2. So at that time, what you can do, I equal to 2, and I is less than equal to n. So which number we are asking, that you, this is the termination condition, and I plus plus. And what you can do, you can just update this to last previous value. Okay, so like for the result, you can just take any variable like int res. So what you can do is you can simply do res equal to what is the previous value, so a plus b. And after that, what you can do, you can just update this variable value. So you can just update this b equal to res, or what other things you can, you have to take some temporary variable here. What do this? Suppose if I'm taking like int temp, so you can just update this previous two value like this. So temp equal to b, and b equal to res, and a equal to this temp, like this. Okay, so this a and b variable will always store the previous two value. So in that manner, you can just run this loop, and every time just calculate the sum of previous two value. Okay, so when you are calculating this 2, so initially a was this 0, so which you have already mentioned in the previous starting, a equal to 0 and b equal to 1 before this loop. Okay, so a equal to 0 and b equal to 1, and you will get this sum res equal to 0 plus 1 1. So this is the second. Okay, if you want to calculate only second value, so you will get res equal to 2 as the answer. But if you want to calculate the I equal to sorry, this n equal to 5, fifth number. Okay, so at that time this loop will run 3 times, so 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Okay, so 4 times. So every time you will get this value res equal to a plus b. Okay, so that is the sum. Res equal to, so 0 plus 1, like this one, so 1. Okay, so res equal to 1. Now you are storing this temp equal to v, so temp will convert like this, temp equal to b. So what was the previous value? B, 1. Now you are storing b equal to res, so res, this will become 1. Now a equal to temp, so a will also become 1. So you can see that these a and b value is now updated. Okay, now previous two value is in series, if you see 0 1 1. Now initially our a is set to this, b is set to 1. After one iteration, our a will move to this, a will move to this, and b will move to this. Okay, in every iteration, this loop will work like this. Okay, so in next iteration, we will calculate the sum of previous 2 and 2, and now we will shift this b to here and a to here by this allocation. Okay, so in that manner, you can get the fifth number after termination of this loop. Okay, so this is the iterative version. Okay, so you can try to write both the code for this, just iterative version also and Fibonacci also, this recursive also. Okay, any query in this Fibonacci number? No query, then we can move to last problem, PP5. Okay, so to complete this given C program, write a function nth digit that accept two integer num and n, and return the nth digit of the number num from right to left if n is greater than the number of digit or less than or equal to 0, return -1. Okay, so here what we are asking, that one number is given, like, okay, so number is given like the 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so this num, this number value is given. This number can be anything. Okay, long integer, and one n value is also given, that is representing the which digit we want to return. So suppose n is given 3, so that means you should return. So we are just counting the digit from last, right to left. Okay, so this is the first digit, this is second, this is third, this is fourth, this is fifth. So in this number we have only 5 digit. So if we are checking for third digit, so that means answer should come 3. If we are checking n equal to 2, so answer should come 4. If we are checking n equal to 1, then answer should come 5. If our n value is given wrong, like 0 and 6, 0 0 or -1 or 6, because 0 digit is not there, we are considering from the 1. So 1 second, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and 6 is also not there because this number only contains 5 digits. So if we are asking the 6th digit, that means this is the invalid input. So we have to check this invalid things also in the code. So what we can do, we can simply first things, we have to count the digit. How we can count the digit in the integer number? Okay, so can anyone tell me how we can count the digit in the integer number if number is given? Suppose first we can just solve the sub problem. How many digits are there in this number? How you can check by the logic?
Sir, by successively divide by 10.
Yes. So that dividation things and reminder things we can use here. So what we can do, we can repeatedly divide this using the while loop. So what we can take, we can take one count, okay, and we can set this count as a like 0, and after that we can just make one loop. So we will save this number in some variable like num1. Okay, I'm taking num1 equal to num. Okay, now this value 1 2 3 4 5 will come in this variable. After that, what we can do, we can use one loop while if our num 1 is not equal to 0. So this condition we can make, and every time what we will do, we will simply divide this number by 10. Okay, so what we will do, num equal to num divide by 10. Okay, and we will increment this counter. So count plus. Okay, so this is the one code. It will return a counter value that will represent the total number of digit. So how it will work? So still we are starting from, so initially 1 2 3 4 5 is the number value. Okay, and when we divide this by 10, so what value we will get in the first iteration? We will get 1 2 3 4. After dividing this, so because this number is also integer and we are dividing this by integer, so we will get integer part, and that remaining part will not come. This, so 1 2 3 4 will come as a, and we are storing that value into the num1. Okay, so this num1. So this part we have remove one value 5, and we are incrementing our counter by 1. So this is the one counting value. So we have increment count equal to 1. Next time once again if we divide this, so this 4 will be removed. So now 1 2 3 will remain, and count will become 2. And next time when we are dividing by 10 again, so this only 1 2 will remain. So this will become 3, and 1 2, and next time when we divide this, so 1 will remain. Now this counter will become 4, and next time when we divide this 1 by 10, so you will get 0. So at that time one more counter will increment it. Okay, so finally you will get count equal to 5. So that means this count will represent a total number of digit. After that you can just check this condition, what input digit value is given. So if this digit n equal to n value is less than 1, and n is greater than the count. Okay, so you just check this two condition. If n value is less than 1, that means 0, -1, anything, so that is not a valid input. If n value is greater than the count, that means if n is greater than the total number of digit in the value, so that is also not a valid input. So at that time you can just return invalid or print invalid in the answer according to the problem.
Excuse me, sir.
Hmm. Yes.
In the previous question, what is the exact approach? Because to find the end digit, so is it like to find the number, just the half of it?
No, no, no. Not. You're talking about this last problem, no? Nth digit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Huh. So we are discussing this. So actually here one last statement is also given. If n is greater than the number of digit or less than or equal to 0, then return -1. So first thing, we are validating these things by this code. We are counting the number of digit in the number. Okay, so because of that we are running one while loop, and we are just dividing by 10 each time. And so by this operation the one digit will remove every time, and we are incrementing our counter in this iteration. So this loop will actually return finally the total number of digit in our number. Then we can validate these things if our input is valid or not. Because if we know initially n is less than equal to 1, this condition we can directly apply, but we don't know how many digits are in the number. So to validate these things we have to count this total number of digit in the number. Then we can apply the both condition. After that, if this condition is not true, okay, if this both condition are if our number is n value is valid, then we can simply calculate the nth digit from the right. So the logic will be same. Okay, so logic will be same. Suppose in the same problem number is given 1 2 3 4 5. So 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, this is the number, and our input is also valid, and we are asking n equal to 3. What is the third digit from the right? So same things you will run. Now this time we will take the condition like I. You will start from I equal to 1, and inside the while you will just take this condition I is less than equal to I less than equal to this n. Okay, n equal to 3, and inside this you can just take some variable int res, and inside this just calculate the remainder. What is the remainder when you are removing the digit? What is the digit actually? So what you can do, you can just divide num and percentile, okay, and by 10. So when you just calculate the remainder by 10, so 1 2 3 4 5, and you just divide this by 10, so remainder value will come 5 by this operation. So we are calculating this digit 5, so the 5 will come in the res, and next time we are updating the number. So num equal to num divide by 10. So this will remove the 5. Now next will become 1 2 3 4. Okay, now every time our num this number is updating, and this is the res value. Okay, res equal to 5, and we will increment our I equal to I plus 1. So this is the one iteration. We are getting this res. So last digit we are getting in the res, but this loop will starting from I equal to 1, and we want to find out this 3. So less than equal to so I think we have to update this condition. Okay, so we have to take this condition less than only. So less than 3. Okay, now in the next iteration when we increment this, I think we have to consider. Okay, we will check
Sir,
this.
sir, how are
Yes.
we removing the sir? How are we removing the remainder digits? Sir, are we just subtracting from
Huh.
the
No,
first
no, no, no,
digit or just removing, sir?
no. We are updating the same value. So we are writing, suppose n u m. This is a variable which is containing the same main value. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, when we are writing num equal to n u m divide by 10. So this operation will divide this value by 10. Okay, and when we are dividing one integer value to by another integer value, so what answer will come? 1 2 3 4.
Zero will not come, sir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 0.
No, why 0 will come?
So no, the remainder, sir.
No, this is not a reminder. This is the division operation. Okay, if you suppose you divide this by like 4, so what output will come?
1, 2, 3, 4, sir.
No,
3 point something.
no. If you are performing this division with 2
Three,
integer,
three.
you will get only 3. Okay, so that means 4 into 3, 12. So this is the and if you are performing 15 reminder this operation, okay, 4, then you will get the reminder value. This is which is also 3. Okay, this is the reminder operation. This will return reminder. Okay, what are the remainder is remaining, and this is the simple division operation, and this operation is performed with integer, so it will return the integer quotient. Okay, suppose if I'm taking 19 divide by 4, 19, or let me take this as a 5. Okay, so here the answer will come 3, but if we are taking this 5, then remainder will come 4. Okay, so that actually we are simply
Yeah.
performing division operation, but decimal part will not come in the answer because this operation is performed with integer. So same things we are performing here. Every time we are dividing by 10, so last value will not come. So that means what we are doing, uh, we are simply, if you just perform the reverse operation, so what we are doing, we are just multiplying by 10 and plus remainder part 5. This will, you will get the same value. Okay, so every time this one value will be removed. Okay, so next time this 1, 2, 3, 4, that value will be assigned to num. So you can see this 5 is removed. So in that manner you can also calculate the nth digit. So here we are taking this condition I is less than equal to n. So in first iteration you are getting this n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 and res equal to 5. In next iteration when I become 2, 2 is also less than equal to n, then this 3 will be this 4 will be removed. So next value will remain n um equal to 1, 2, 3 and res become 4. But yeah, so this equal to condition we have to take. So now in the next iteration I become 3 and 3 is less than equal to 3. The condition is true. Once again we will perform the same operation. So you will get num equal to 1, 2 and res become 3. Okay, and at that time I become 4. So 4 is not less than 3. So this condition will become false and this loop will terminate. At that time you will return the res value. Okay, so res value, what is the last res value is 3. So this is representing the third digit from the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the third digit. Okay, so this is the first, second, third. This value will return as the answer in this code. So apply the both things. First check the count. Okay, first check the count number of digit in during by this code, this loop, and after that if the input is valid, then calculate the digit number.
Sir,
Okay.
sir, what is the syntax that you are writing to find the number of digits in a set of numbers, sir?
So I'm just writing the code for this. Okay, so this is the required function we have to write. What we can do, we can simply count the digit first. Okay, so I'm just taking to one variable int count, and we are setting this as a 0. And after that we will just take one another variable int num1 equal to num. I'm just copying the value, okay, because I don't want to change the main value. And after that what we will do, I will just perform the operation with the copy num1. Okay, so if this condition is true, so does not equal to 0. And inside this, what we will do, we will just update this num 1 equal to num 1, and we will take the division operation by only 10. We will increment our counter. So see count. Okay. When this code is performed, this count value will be represented the total number of digit in the code. If you check this, you can simply print. Okay, so we want to return something. Okay, so let me just return. Okay, so I have not completed the code, but let me check what this code is returning. So can you see, we are getting this output, actual output, where we are returning the count from the function count. So you can see that this count value is representing the total length of this digit. Okay, so one you can see total value are 5. In this, same 5. So I think all the digits are 5. Okay, so all the digits have same length. If you pass any other length, that will return as a total length of okay. So this count value is actually containing the total number of digit in the number. So after getting this, now you can just write the validate condition. So we are not returning this as a output. So now you can just write the condition if else, if our input is valid. So what is the input valid condition is if n is less than equal to less than 1, and this is the first condition. If and n is greater than count. So if this any condition is true, okay, okay, 1 second. Or we can take our condition here. If any condition is true, then this function should return invalid. Or let me check what statement is return -1. Okay, so return -1. I think something. If this is true, yeah, okay. This is true. Okay. Else part, you can write the another part of the code. So else. Okay. Now you can just take some variable int res. Okay, int res, and use the same. Take one variable another like j equal to 1. Now run the loop while j is less than equal to this n. Sorry, n. So every time just first calculate the res values, which is num equal num and this reminder part. Okay, reminder 10, and update the same value num equal to num divided by 10 and I plus plus. Okay, and after completion of this, return the res. This is the code now. You can see that what we are doing, we are just first counting the total number of digit in the code. Okay, after getting the total number of digit, we are just taking this condition if our n input, so that means digit number input is less than 1, that means 0, -1, anything, so that is invalid input. Similarly, if n is greater than count, that means we have only 5 digit and we are asking 6, 7, 8 digit, that is not in the number. So this is also an invalid condition. If any of the condition is true, then we will return -1 for invalid. Otherwise, else part, we will check the digit. So we are taking this int res, which will store the result. Okay, and int j equal to 1 we are starting, and sorry, this is also j. J is less than equal to n. Every time we are calculating the remainder value after dividing by 10, and after dividing by 10, what is the updated value? Removing the last value, okay, and we are incrementing this j.
Sir, return -1 semicolon you forget.
Yes, correct. Okay, so actually I am also working the Python in the another course, so that things I missed. Okay, just check the code if anything another syntax is missing in any place. So I think everything's fine. Okay, we run this code. Check if any error is coming. Okay, no error. Okay, so you can see now we are getting the digit. So second digit from last is 4. You can see 4. Okay, fourth digit from the last is so 5, 6, 7, 8. So it is coming. Zeroth digit. So you can see here this is the invalid input. So because of that we are returning -1. Same things here we are getting 6. So 6 is a outbound bound. We have only 5 digit but asking sixth digit. So this is also not a valid. So and this is also similar. I think this is repeated configured. Okay. Okay. So you can see now this is passing the test case. Okay. So all 5 private test case passed.
Sir,
Yes.
what is the statement that return -1, sir?
Return -1. This you are writing some function. If this condition is true, one statement is written if n is greater than the number of digit or less than or equal to 0. So that means you should your function should return -1 value. So here we are returning this -1 now. You can see according to the problem statement we are doing.
Ah, yes, sir. Understood,
Okay.
sir.
And this -1 we are just printing here directly. Okay, what we are getting in the output we are printing. So -1 in the coming in the output. Okay, so this is the all the problems are based on to writing the function. So just try to write the function, iterative function. If you're comfortable in the recursive, then you can write the recursive function. Okay, so recursive function is not always easy for every problem. Okay, but some problems it can be written. And yeah, so
Sir,
yeah, Satyam. Yeah, Prithvi.
sir, sir, please give a guidance for the graded programming assignment 5, sir.
Programming
Just
assignment.
yes, sir.
Week
5.
5. Week 5.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is also recursive. But deadline is not passed. You are asking the solution?
No, sir, just a guidance, sir.
Huh.
Not the direct solution, sir. Just
Okay. I'm just telling you once some.
So I have a doubt in previous question.
Yes, tell me.
So why we divide by 10 for counting numbers?
Because when we are dividing by the 10, so actually one digit will not be considered in the next update. If you divide by 2, 2 value will be removed. If you divide by 100, suppose if you divide by 100, so you can simply see the calculation things. If you have any numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, if you divide this by 10, what value you will get? 123.4, correct? I'm
Yes,
just
sir.
calculating the mathematical way. But when we are performing this operation in C language, both are the integer value. So output will also come on the integer part. 1, 2, 3. So in next update, this value will come only 1, 2, 3 in the variable. Now, so you can see this float part will be removed because we want to remove only one digit in the every iteration. So because of that, we are just using this 10. So this will only return the one decimal value after the decimal part. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And again, you suppose again you divide by this 10, then you will get 12.3, and this part will be removed by the C. Okay, you will get 12. So every time one value is one digit is removed in the calculation. Once again, if you divide this, you will get 1.2. Then you will get only 1. And then again 10, you will get 0.1. So you will get 0 only. So in that way, we are repeating this process, and every time we are incrementing our count. Okay, so we will get the total number of digit.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so regarding that GRP1, where we are asking to print the reverse order. Okay, so what we are asking that never take the positive integer n and read an integer value from the input and print them in the reverse order. Yeah, so same things you have to apply the recursive function here. What you can do, so if you know the recursive call structure, so let me just get some idea. So like function name is abc, okay, and you are receiving n numbers, okay. So what you can do, you can simply write the to reading the value of n. So you have to just write the scanf, okay, percentile d n, like this, okay. And after that, you have to call the same function again, abc n minus 1, like this, okay. And then you have to apply the print statement, print this d, this n number, okay. So in the, if you write the function in that manner, so what would be the return print order? Actually, what would be the print order? Okay, if you start, suppose 5, n equal to 5. So suppose if you are taking this input 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So when you are coming, you are reading 10 first, okay, and after that you are calling the same function again. Without executing this print statement, you are calling the next function again. When you're calling the next function again with n minus 2, that means the second digit, okay. We are just reducing one. So if you are supposing this is the fifth, then 4, then 3, then 2, 1, like this. So when you are reading the input, then you are coming into the next line. This is a same function call, recursive call. Once again this program will start. So at that time abc you will get 4 input, and once again this first statement will come, okay. Then that means you will read the value 20, okay. Now this print statement is not executed. Again you will call the next recursive call. At that time you will read 30, okay. So you can just remember this last statement is not executed yet, okay. Once again you will call the next function, you will read 40, and next time you will read the next function call, you will read 50. Now the all things are completed. At the time you can return, so you can just make the base case. If all value are completed, just return a statement without doing anything, okay. So after that, once the recursive call is not there, after completing the last recursive call, then this will return back. And at that time, what is the last call? And inside this last call, what is the next print statement? So this print statement will perform first. So 50, this 50 will print first, okay. So what you are reading here, that in any variable value, that will print first, so 50. And once this function is completed, you will return back to this 40 function, this now print statement which is remaining in this function, that 40 will print. Then you will come back here, that print statement is there, that will print 30. And then you will come here, then print statement is remaining, last line, so that will print 20. And then you will come back here, so this print statement is there, so this 10 will be printed, okay. So you are reading the input in that order, but according to this recursive call, so this call will perform before the printing every time. So printing statement will perform starting from the last call. So when you read this 50, then print statement will executing. So 50 will print, then 40, then 30, then 20, then 10. Okay, so you can design your recursive function in that manner. First
Yes, sir.
read the value, then make the recursive call, then write the print statement. Now you can decide the base case and other things. Okay, I've just give the hint for this.
Yes,
Here,
sir. Thank you, sir.
n means total number of inputs, or what is?
Not input. So I think according to the problem, first value is representing the how many inputs we are reading. Okay, and after
Okay,
that
okay.
we are reading the value. So yeah, you can
Actual
make
values.
actual value we are printing 9876, but
Okay.
output it is printing 6789.
Right,
So
right.
you
First
can
number
just
is
make
giving.
you can just make this as a
Yes, yes.
base
Got it.
case or input condition to read the input.
Okay. And one more thing, that recursion means that define a function and call the same function within that function
Yes, this is the definition. Call itself.
until the yeah, until that we get the result, final result there, again and
Yes.
again and again
Hmm.
there
Hmm,
to
hmm.
the to the end.
Yes, yes. So if any
Yes,
function
yes.
call itself, that is the recursive function.
Recursion function. Yes, yes.
Okay. So I hope some idea you have got this by PPA solution. Just try to write the solution of the
Yes, sir.
GAP. Okay.
Surely.
Also try to solve all these PPAs and this practice. So this Friday we'll discuss this week 6. So just try to complete before this week 5 and prepare watch the video of week 6. If any query, if anyone have any question.
Sir,
Hmm?
sir, the answer key on the question paper which is released for the quiz one,
Hmm?
I cannot able to download, sir. Each and every time if I try to download, it is failing with zipping of the file, sir.
Why? Just check your system. I think 1 second. This answer key for quiz. When I'm click.
Just, just,
Okay.
just go to the drive there directly.
When you click on this, you
Yeah,
will get
go to
answer key
there.
for
It will
quiz. Then this is the foundation.
open it.
What error is coming? Okay, so you can simply open this drive and click on this link here. Okay, download, download, download.
Yes, sir. If I try to download also, it is not. I am not getting the file, sir.
No file where you are downloading in phone or in your system.
From the laptop, sir.
Huh, so you can see this file is downloaded now. Just click on this, the file will come in your download. Okay.
Okay, sir. I will check with it, sir.
Hmm. Okay. Okay, any query, anyone? Mohan?
Yes, sir. This answer key, all three files are same file. Why they are putting three files, sir? Any?
Actually, I think due to shift, exam is happened
Okay.
in different shift. Okay, but the question paper was same. But
Yeah,
there
yeah.
may be a chance some order difference. Okay, but question was same.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Because I have confused because all three files are same, but why?
Mhm.
Maybe some reason. That's why I'm asking.
But
Okay. Thank
maybe
you, sir.
some order may be changed. Questions order or like this ID will also be maybe different. So
Okay.
that is
Okay.
handled
Okay.
by the
Thank you.
TCS actually.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
I have a question related to the replayed there.
Haha. Yes. Aman.
Yeah. Can you go to the replayed? I just wanted to some ask. Uh,
Okay.
yeah. How to create the specific folder and the save the
No
if I want.
folder we cannot create.
I think there is an option there. I have created their folder.
Uh, Folder. One more thing, I just forgot that we have released lectures code actually, which professor are using in the lecture Replit team.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so we have released this Replit team inside the supplementary content. So you can
Mm-hmm.
just click on this link. You will join one team. Okay, when you click on this, you will join one team, and that team you will look like this. Like 1 second. Let's see lecture code. Yeah, this team you will join, and where you can see this lectures code which sir is discussed during the video.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so unit 4, unit 5. So you can
Yeah.
see
Yes.
till week 6.
So
And
like this.
when you click on this, so you will see the all code.
So I want to create my own the repository there in the by making folder there in the replit there. So week
Mhm.
one, week two, week three, and the what is the practice assignments and graded assignment questions or other trial test codes and all that. How can I make it there and not?
So how you are creating folder inside this?
Uh, I think there is a one option there. I think create replit.
Folder option is not there, but you can create a replit. Like you can just create a replit and say
New
code.
files is there is an option there, new file or new folder there.
Okay, let
Uh,
me check. Where is this option? Title.
in in Maya, I am getting it there.
Okay, create a replit.
No,
Actually,
just
this
replit creation.
team thing is the different things which we have the
Yes, yes, it is
license for this team.
in same format. I want to create my own repository so for week one, week two, week three, week four, week five, and all that, where I can mix
Okay.
up folders for PA, GA, and my other test codes and all that.
Okay,
Can I
okay. I
show
think
my
the yeah, you can show.
just a minute?
I think one GitHub repository will create in the backend if you're creating something like this.
Just a moment. Are you getting my screen?
Hmm.
So here it is. I'm seeing it there. This files na. So you can create new file and a new folder there.
Okay. So this is under the this replit. Oh, this is not a folder.
Okay, okay. It's a
Inside
different one.
one replit, inside the one replit, when we create any a replit project, no. So
Okay,
suppose
okay. Inside that there.
so example. Okay. And now when I create this example,
Just
so
stop my
inside
screen.
this is the okay. Let me share my screen one second.
Hmm. So what are the structure you have shown? Na? There is team structure there. So week one, week two, week three, four there. So
That
I want to
structure
create.
you cannot create without the license.
Okay, in just folder or hierarchy there. I
Hmm.
can make it
But
my
inside
own.
one replit, you can. So this is the file related to this replit only.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay, so here you can add folder, but this is not
Yes.
a main folder.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
replit is not provided this folder things.
This kind of. I just searched a lot of things there,
Hmm.
and net also I'm not able to get
Want
it.
to get, you have to purchase the weekly plan or
Okay,
monthly
I will
plan.
make a local folder there. I can save their file locally there,
Yes. Hmm.
so I
Otherwise,
can.
what you can do, you can create the GitHub account and then you can store all the things on the
Yeah,
GitHub.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So it is better to get that repository by week one and all that there. For
Mm-hmm.
under that week, I can store the all
But do not
weekly.
store the solution of this graded.
No, 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 not graded,
Okay,
not graded.
because this graded will be repeat in the upcoming terms. So okay, so still till week 4 we will change the things, but after that this will be repeated.
Okay, 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 okay.
So do
Questions will
not
be
say,
repeating there.
yeah, do not share the all the things in the public.
Okay, you're thinking that not on the replit there.
Mhm.
Okay, okay,
Replit is also public. If you have free account, then that anyone can access your account, anyone can access your file.
okay, okay, okay.
Okay, Replit is also public. Free account is also
Okay.
public.
Otherwise, I will do the. I will code it and I will make a
Hmm.
local repository there, and
Yeah,
I'll say
just keep with your the locally.
yes, yes, no problem. Okay,
Okay, but this the Replit team which we have shared, that is actually a private things.
okay, okay.
So after joining that team, you can see only.
Right, right, got it. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Any other query? Anyone? Okay. So I hope all the things are done. Okay. Thanks everyone.
Thanks, sir.
Sir, one more thing.
Mhm.
Just you showed there, like the team and all that. It is not acceptable. It's not showing in our dashboard there.
What things?
That I just shown there, na, team and all that.
Team. Yeah, you have a free account now. We have some license for the
Okay, okay,
team.
that's
Okay, but after joining that, after joining our team, you can see these things, our team
okay,
content.
okay, okay.
But
How
you
to join the
cannot.
team there?
Link is given in the inside the supplementary content. Just go to the course page, and inside the supplementary content, click on the lecture code repeat team tab. Are you able to see?
I'm not able to see.
Can you share your screen?
Just a moment.